Tonight's headlines are brought to you by McDonald's.
Good evening, Commonwealth, and thanks for watching the Channel 2 News. I'm Ashley McDowell. Let's take a look at tonight's top stories. It's roll call as the CNMI announces the delegate tallies to the nation. Also tonight, a new case from community transmission could result in new restrictions. And the trial continues in federal court for the mayor of Rota and his wife. In sports, a new game for young and old pops up in parking lots. Stay with us, these stories and more are next.
Great customer rep, always willing to go above and beyond for his customers.
I truly hope she gets noticed at work, since I do see she is a hard worker.
The field technician that visited my home was great and helpful. Thank you.
Thank you. You really keep it up.
Your customer service is always very good.
Awesome customer service with great technicians that are really helpful.
Thank you so much, Sherlyn and Docomo Pacific.
That's so sweet. It feels good to see this kind of messages because we try our best to do customer service.
We make sure that we will 100% resolve the issues.
For all those people that are seeking assistance.
I just want my customers happy.
And help them out each and every day.
I would want to go to a place with someone that's just like me.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Come to Docomo and you'll feel like you're at home.
We need to pick up the food. Let me call so they can get it ready.
Dude, what are you doing?
Calling the restaurant.
No, you can't. It's against the law.
Okay.
No, really. You can get fined $300 for the first offense and $500 for every offense after that.
Wow. I didn't know that. Thanks for telling me. You saved me a whole bunch of money.
No problem, dude. I got you. We can still listen to music, though.
Go for it.
Public Law 21-17 prohibits the use of any mobile device while operating a vehicle. This includes, but is not limited to, cell phones, text messaging devices, paging devices, tablets, laptops, video games, and digital cameras. Stay safe, CNMI. Keep your eyes on the road and not on your phone. Brought to you by the National Highway Traffic Safety Administration and the CNMI Department of Public Safety, an equal opportunity provider and employer.
It's gonna look a little different in here. Your favorite spot might not be exactly where it used to be. Being next in line might feel a little less like next in line. And our smiles might come with a little extra shine. But McDonald's is ready to take your order as safely as we can.
Hafa Day Tirawami and good evening, Commonwealth. Today is Wednesday, August 19th, 2020. The Democratic National Convention continued today with a roll call from all the states and territories.
Usually there's, we're in a huge auditorium, a lot of people, and there's a lot of cheering and, enthusiasm in support of the Democratic Party candidate. This year we're doing it virtually because of the pandemic, of course, but there's still going to be enthusiasm. We're trying to express that through the videos and the collections, but it's still going to be amazing.
This week, the convention kicked off with singers from each state and territory. Layla Staffler represented the CNMI. She helped sing the Star-Spangled Banner. Today was roll call, and each state and territory had a unique look and feel as they announced their delegate tallies. As we got close to the Northern Mariana Islands, Montana had cows in their shot. Nevada featured the iconic Las Vegas sign. Then it was New Hampshire, New Jersey, New Mexico, New York, North Carolina, North Dakota, and then the Northern Mariana Islands.
Half a day T-row and hello from paradise, the Northern Mariana Islands. We may be far away, but we're American citizens. And this year, for the first time in decades, we finally have a Democratic slate. Because Democrats organize everywhere. But we don't get to vote for president, so please don't waste yours. The Northern Mariana Islands is proud to cast 2 votes for Senator Bernie Sanders and 9 votes for our next president, Joseph Biden. Sidus Maasi, Olamai, and thank you. Yee-hee!
Nola Hicks shortly after the call.
NMI Democratic Party is the youngest members of the Democratic family. The first time we participated was back in 2016, so this will be our second time to participate. We had our caucus back in March where we got to vote for our presidential nominee. The NMI voted Bernie Sanders, and this time around we get to vote for the official nominee. So we're just very excited. We have delegates that are in the states right now that will be voting in November, so they'll make it count for us. You know, being a part of this democratic process is very important because we don't get to vote for president. So we're hoping that every year that we have a caucus, we get more people to come out, and I'm just hoping that, you know, this will be a big event virtually.
In a letter dated today to IPI CEO Donald Brown, Governor Torres responded to their request for abatement of the casino license fee. Torres served notice of intent to suspend or revoke the license. Citing the casino license agreement, the governor reminded IPI that they are entitled to an adequate and reasonable time to cure a breach of the agreement. The letter concluded by quoting a section on how the license is conditioned upon compliance with laws, rules, and regulations. Community transmission. 2 words nobody wants to hear. Health officials say the newest COVID case was identified to a previous one through contact tracing. It's a major concern as it could mean new restrictions as officials continue to investigate. One individual was confirmed positive for COVID-19 yesterday, bringing the total case count to 54 in the CNMI. CHCC states this individual was identified through contact tracing of the recent positive case number 50.
It's obvious that this is a community transmission. There is community transmission, and we are, contact tracers are doing their investigation. As we noted yesterday, contact investigation doesn't happen just one day, and it takes a while. It will require a lot of truthfulness from those being interviewed so that we get to the bottom of this, where did the first transmission come from, and to be able to contain it.
The individual is in isolated quarantine at Kanoa Resort, and contact tracing has been initiated. Governor Torres says if the number of positive COVID-19 cases continue to rise in the CNMI due to community transmission, restrictions will be reinstated.
We lifted the restrictions. We shifted colors based on our progress, based on the success rate of having community-based testing, having a community being tested, whether it's private, public, or other reasons. For the community, as we were moving forward to being green, we may go back and put more restrictions or bring back the restrictions that we have lifted. I would not hesitate to shut the government, shut down the community if that's what it takes, drastic decisions to safeguard the health, public health.
The Centers for Disease Control has lowered the travel alert for the CNMI to level 2, stating the new cases are decreasing or stable.
each case is different, and we follow CDC guidelines for those that are in isolation and in quarantine. We might be talking to the governor, and the chair of the task force is the possibility of making it, stricter by extending quarantine days. That's something to consider, and we are in discussion with that. But we follow CDC guidelines, and again, in our latest conversation over this past weekend, is that they were going to lower the risk of the travel alert that was issued, where the territories were in level 3. We have been shifted down to level 2.
Of the 54 positive cases in the CNMI, 10 have been identified as a community contact, 16 as a known contact, and 28 through port of entry screening. Community-based testing is resuming this week, and according to CHCC and the COVID-19 task force, will continue for the next 4 weeks. On the island of Tinian, starting today from 9 a.m. to 11 and from 1 to 3, walk-up COVID-19 testing will be available at the Tinian Health Center. On Rota, starting today from 1 p.m. to 4, walk-up testing will be available at the Rota Health Center. And on Saipan, starting this Friday, August 21st, both walk-up and drive-through testing for COVID-19 will take place at the Garapan Fishing Base from 8:30 a.m. to 11 a.m. Retesting will not be available for those who have already utilized the community-based testing. To make an appointment, call one of the numbers shown on the screen or visit the governor's website. Since April 28th, 12,681 people, or 24%, have been tested for COVID-19 on all 3 islands. The judge dismissed one count this morning against the mayor of Rota and told the jury they were to no longer consider it as the case continued today in federal court.
The defense began calling witnesses today in the new federal courthouse on Saipan. The United States says that the mayor of Rota used his position to take government-funded trips which were of a personal nature, and signed off on travel authorizations for his girlfriend or common-law wife so that she could accompany him. The defense contends that the trips were important for promotion, added prestige to events like the Guam Liberation Day, supported sports tourism, and that the mayor had the authority to decide whether the trips were necessary and who would accompany him. The defense called 2 tourism officials to testify this morning, current MVA Director Priscilla Jacopo and former Director Chris Concepcion. Both were asked questions about tourism and promotion, such as, is it important for mayors to promote? Can they do this without the knowledge of MVA? Do people from Guam come to the CNMI? Those were answered in the affirmative. David Baines is representing Mayor Ephraim Atalig. Steve Pixley representing Evelyn Atalig. On cross, Prosecutor Eric O'Malley asked the tourism officials if the mayor had coordinated at all with MVA for these trips in 2018, and directly to Concepcion, did he consider attending a baseball game promotion? Saipan Mayor David Apatang also appeared as a witness. He was asked about his own travel outside the CNMI and the practices of mayors appearing at events. Under cross-examination, Apatang was asked if he would consider it a conflict of interest to sign off on a TA or promotion for someone he was dating. And Mayor Apatang said he would. Count 3 was dismissed today after the judge heard arguments late yesterday. The defense argued successfully that the Rota mayor is not a member of the CNMI executive branch, and thus that federal money that came into the CNMI cannot be directly applied to the Rota official, that the governments are separate and there was no evidence of transfer of federal funds to the Rota municipality. Counts 1 and 2 and 4 and 5 remain. There are 16 jurors listening to the case. 4 are alternates.
In an effort to prevent any slips of the virus spreading on our islands, CHCC and the Governor's COVID-19 Task Force have established regulations for all motor vessel ships and mariners coming into the CNMI.
The Division of Customs will be enforcing surveillance and testing requirements for ships and mariners. Merchant marines traveling through Saipan Airport will be subjected to current screening and quarantine procedures. And incoming ships who have planned interaction with the community must also adhere to current CNMI COVID-19 requirements. Ships that will only unload cargo or refuel are not required to register and will not be tested as long as all ship personnel remain at the dock.
Cargo ships are much more frequent now, and of course, we want to protect the ship crew as well as our crew on the ground, unloading and facilitating the commodities that are being imported into CNMI.
Ship personnel, including residents, are not allowed to use boats to transit from ship to shore. This action may put the CNMI at an extremely high risk of community transmission should the resident have the virus.
Coming up, millions of dollars have been dispersed by the Department of Labor for pandemic assistance, with more on the way this week. More on this after the break.
Winigi PHI Pharmacy in Gofadahi, Ihinim Lomo.
Our complete line of pharmaceuticals and lowest prices ensure you get the treatment that you deserve.
Our compassionate, friendly, multilingual staff will take the time to get to know you, explain your medications to you, and answer any questions that you may have.
Ngere ayor sumaye uhalweres ren, kutsu wayor safeye emal ebalisyo klalyam weres.
Inumin ng inyong gamot ayon sa inireseta ng inyong doktor at alinsunod sa bilin ng inyong Pharmaceutical.
We accept most insurance, but in case you don't have coverage, we offer cost-effective generic drugs.
PHI Pharmacy, your lifelong partner in health. PHI, the pharmacy you can trust.
Welcome back to the Channel 2 News. The Department of Labor has dispersed more than $50 million in unemployment benefits. DOL Secretary Vicky Benavente has the details.
The team has been working very hard to process and have processed over 7,000 initial pool applications and weekly applications, online and paper. We've already started hitting 1,500 paper applications. Should be done with those applications by this week.
She says the DOL is expecting to disperse an additional $19 million to individuals requesting pandemic assistance by the end of next week. Those who were given PUA benefits but were ineligible because of the CNMI-only CW1 program must return the money, and so far, many have complied.
As far as the issue with the non-eligible PUA applicants who had applied the last couple of weeks and were found ineligible, in particular, contract workers, CW1s, we have confirmed that 75 PUA applicants were deemed CW1 and therefore ineligible for PUA benefits. And out of the 75 of these applicants, 60 have already returned the funds back to CNMI Dole and Finance. And so our return rate is going well.
Although the FPUC program ended back in July and the PUA funding will only run until the end of December, Benavente says they are in the process of applying for more funding through the President's new executive order.
We spoke to the Federal Emergency Management Assistance people yesterday morning, FEMA, with regards to President Trump's executive order for the additional lost wages assistance program. The CNMI is going to apply for that program because it will help more people with unemployment assistance if they qualify. So to let you know, we will be meeting as an administration on Friday to finalize an application to FEMA for this additional lost wages assistance program.
Benavente says the CNMI Department of Labor is also looking into a program that will provide assistance to non-U.S. citizens who are unemployed in the CNMI, and hopes to hear back from federal partners within the next couple of weeks. Virtual learning is becoming the new standard for most schools in the CNMI. Tonight, we take a closer look at how NMC is getting it done. Sally Lemus has this story.
The Northern Marianas College does not stop in providing effective and quality services to their students. Besides having a full line of activities for their fall semester, Student Leadership Coordinator Alexis Cabrera tells us more positive things about going virtual.
Another nice thing with being virtual is that this way, all three of our campuses are able to participate. So our Saipan, our Tinia, and our Rota campus. And all of our activities are held during different days and times of the week so that we're able to accommodate different schedules of our students, as well as our employees in participating in these activities.
Cabrera says the college's services will also continue.
We have our counseling support services, Project PROA, our English lab services, computer services, library, where we will continue to offer tutoring and mentoring and additional activities that will be sponsored by these programs to continuously support our students, both inside and outside the classroom.
There are several benefits that can make virtual classes an attractive option. That is why even before COVID-19 existed, NMC personnel were already in training to become familiar with technology.
Even before COVID happened, we actually started in conjunction with our human resource department, started already to plan and coordinate different workshops and professional development opportunities for our employees. So we've actually been conducting workshops for several months now, and we'll continue to offer these trainings and workshops to our employees. Some of it are actually online through Zoom or virtual through Zoom. There's others where we will provide links to YouTube videos or tutorials that we are sending to our employees weekly so that they can continue to improve their skills in utilizing these different online and virtual platforms.
Registration is still ongoing for those who are interested. For more information, you may visit their website at marianas.edu or call their admissions office at 237-6772. I'm Sally Lemus for KSPN News.
Thank you, Sally. All right, coming up in the sports report, a most unusual story, stuff you only see on KSPN2 Sports.
Census was a success. We counted from the Northern Islands
to Saipan, to Tinia,
to Rota.
We went by plane,
by boat,
by car,
and on foot.
Why?
Because you matter.
Because of you.
Everyone was counted.
Because of you.
Everyone was represented.
Because of you.
Everyone has a voice.
Because of you.
We will have
improved healthcare,
better schools, safer roads,
improved government services. And for this, we say thank you.
Thank you for inviting us into your home.
Thank you for trusting us with your information.
Thank you for being patient with us.
Maraming salamat po.
Spasiba.
Kiriso tapul.
Komkmal musulang.
Kalangan. Xie Toche.
Kuilo mahalanda.
Fapetai.
Arigatou gozaimasu.
Sakarusuk and Kamgar.
감사합니다.
Olamai. Sizuus maosi.
Thank you for being counted.
Thank you for shaping our future. Peace out 2020.
Thank you for being here with us.
For finding ways to keep things happening.
For making things feel a lot better.
Thank you.
Energize, realize, feels so good just to be alive. Time's a gift, my time is free. I can spend it on you, you can spend it on me. I could say you'll be blown away by the change you see me. And I feel alright, dance all night, put a little flavor in my life.
Thank you for staying strong with us.
And for us.
Thank you for always connecting.
For keeping us together.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you for reminding us
that despite this distance,
we are still better together.
Docomo Pacific, better together.
Tonight's sports brought to you in part by Tan Holdings through the Tan Su Lin Foundation, making communities a better place to live. Buenas sports fans. Buenas sports fans, last year we did a story about pickleball and efforts to get it going here. Well, this year one group has stepped up to the net. Friday mornings, the parking lot of Paradise Dental in Garapan turns into a pickleball court. Very similar to mini tennis, it's a way to play and exercise without the physical strain of a larger court. Donna Crum is the organizer. What do they need to do?
Well, for right now, nothing. We have the balls, the paddles, the nets. So just show up on Friday mornings at 7 a.m. from 7 to 10. And then our vision is to get more courts built around the island.
The sport is a cross between badminton and tennis and ping pong. It's even on YouTube, so you can see demonstrations there. Games usually last about 7 or 10 minutes. And like the best things in life, it's free. Well, sports are games. Games are contests. Therefore, a grilled cheese sandwich contest is sports. And just like sports, sometimes losing leaves a bad taste in your mouth. The invitation to the grilled cheese sandwich contest came to me most welcome. Let's see who has the best. I believe I had home field advantage. I must confess, this 50s classic was served often at our address. Bread, butter, and cheese. Nothing else, please. More than that, and then it isn't grilled cheese. Add turkey, for example, it becomes a turkey melt. That's how we culinary purists have always felt. With a month to prepare, I concocted a plan. I said to myself, if anyone can win, I can. First thing I did was find a foam cheese head cap and ordered it from a Green Bay Packers app. The Food Network had a special grilled cheese show where I learned all the tricks from a seasoned pro. Texture was all critical, and it had to be white bread. 5 different bakeries served as my testing spread. Choosing a cheese could have been a problem. Some cooks have difficulty picking just one of them. Not this kitchen dude. Only the softest cheese will do. Velveeta slices are the most suitable, that I knew. The swimming pool for this sandwich must be yellow. Sweet Wisconsin cream butter works best for this fellow. Bread, butter, and cheese, no other ingredient. 3 food items only, and that's it. I mean it. There I stood in sanitary socks and worker shoes. White t-shirt and cargo shorts, how could I lose? My apron showed the body of a Pacific Island hunk. Plus a cheese head cap, and I wasn't even drunk. I was told tomato soup would be served there. Hallelujah, that combination makes the perfect pair. Alas, it wasn't there. So my sandwich sat naked on the plate, and that's when I knew this contest wasn't straight. Gooey cheese oozed from all sides of my toast without touching the plate, I can truthfully boast. Outside, golden brown and crispy, soft orange inside. When I saw the other entry sandwiches, I about cried. Pork, pineapple, peppers, I could not believe it. 8-grain bread, whole wheat rye, the insanity. Some of their cheeses would not even melt, oh my. Real grilled cheese sandwich rules didn't apply. That morning, I didn't know the bacon I ate would have made that a winner on my plate. A bacon and cheese sandwich took first place. I was sick, beaten by bacon. What a disgrace. Second place went to the one with figs and chicken. No idea how the judges came to that decision. Third place had so many items on the bread it could have been Grandma's casserole instead. I took solace in the quite a few accolades that I heard from knowledgeable people who said my loss was absurd. They gave me the Best Dressed award, perhaps to appease. Not what I wanted. I wanted Best Grilled Cheese.
Here's the windup and the pitch.
I don't believe what I just saw!
Go-karts, off-roading, and the driving range now open at Marianas Trekking. Go-kart track will be open Fridays, Saturdays, and Sundays with 50% off when you book online at marianastrekking.com, hours 4 p.m. to 7 p.m. Use the promo code HAFA50 to get your discount. Off-roading is open too by reservation. Come on a 90-minute trail ride that is perfect for families. Book online at marianastrekking.com. Golfers, come practice on the driving range. You can even pay online, and we will have the balls waiting for you. Come see us weekends at Marianas Trekking, 323-8735.
Hi, I'm Dre, one of the personal trainers here at Goat's Gym, and today we're going to go over the kettlebell deadlift. Fantastic exercise to build overall strength, particularly in the legs and hips. Remember, we want to make sure that our setup is in good position. If you set up in a bad position, it's not going to look good, and it's certainly not going to feel good. So a common error setup is obviously a rounded upper back. Two simple ways of correcting that. All I'm going to have Vince do here is extend his arms up here, and all he's going to do is think about reaching long and pushing his hips back. Reach long and push your hips back. So as you can see, he's already in good position. Now all he's going to do is grab that kettlebell. He's got tension in his legs and in his back. All he's going to do is just stand up tall, finish with his glutes.
So what are you going to do this year? At Gold's, a dedicated fitness studio with a cushioned floor is perfect for group exercise. The cardio room features a variety of treadmills, bikes, steppers, and ellipticals. Fitness machines will help you achieve your goals, and the largest free weight area on Saipan gives you comfortable space to work out. Gold's Gym team is ready to help you get to your goals. Try harder. We know you can do it.
They should have called that sandwich contest cheese and whatever. All right, today's high was 91, the low 80, heat index 102, humidity 65%. Tomorrow, partly cloudy, isolated showers, light and variable winds, high 90, low 80, seas 2 to 3 feet. Sunrise 3 past 6, high tide at 7:40 in the morning, a low tide at 2:47 in the afternoon, sunset at 6:37. That is your news, sports, and weather on this Wednesday. Thank you for watching, and we'll see you back here on Friday.